Okay, so just because we've got so many people on here, let's talk Indy 11 first. You had your first season with them this past year, the inaugural season in the W League. Just, I know there was so much that went into it, but can you kind of describe it and sum it up a little bit?
Um, I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot throughout the season, and even building up to it. Like I wasn't really sure, like that I was gonna go to Indy 11, and then I decided to go, and it was honestly such a great decision. Just from like the initially when I moved in, I lived in this house called the Farm with like some other people. I can saw some of them are on here right now, but some of my teammates and housemates. But it was just really fun, and the environment was crazy to like all those home games, and we have like thousands of people there. It's just so much fun. But yeah, I think like the fans were definitely a huge part in having such a successful season, and just everyone poured a lot into it. So yeah,
Was the farm the official name, or is that the nickname?
the nickname.
Okay, I
Yeah,
was wondering. I've never heard of it, so I was just trying to make sure.
yeah,
You talked about the fans and having them at that first game. Paulie said that he has said that a lot of you guys really hadn't experienced that before. So I guess if you kind of think back to that, what was that first experience with the BYB just chanting for 90 minutes and making it hostile for the other team?
honestly, it was so cool. Like I never really played in an environment when you have fans like just screaming the entire game. Like obviously played with some fans before, but nothing like, the other or like our own fans just like cheering us on for the whole 90 minutes. It was a crazy experience. It was so much fun.
Does anything stick out specifically from that first game? Was there like a moment?
Um I think like just right when I like went to sub in, I was just kind of like stood there and was like, wow, like this is crazy. Like this is so cool. Just like right when I was like going to sub in would probably be when I like it kind of like sunk in how what like such a cool experience it was.
So what was the process like before you got there? I know you said that initially you weren't going to go there. So how did you end up in Indy last summer?
So pretty much at the end of our like Xavier season last year, Molly McLaughlin, she reached out and was just like, "Do you want to? Would this be something you're interested in?" And at first, I was kind of like iffy about it because I was like, I don't know if I just want to go live 3.5 hours from my house like this summer. But I connected with Polly like over winter break, and then honestly from then on it was just like it was pretty smooth sailing. Like we found housing, got to live with really cool people this summer, and then just went literally right after I finished finals in May. I drove straight from Xavier to my house, and then that was about it.
Yeah, someone just said Agent Molly McLaughlin. Not a bad one to have.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's a great agent for me. Take
How cool was it? Kind of just obviously you play with her for 4 or 5 months of the year, during your college season, and you got to spend summer with her.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, like Molly and I are best friends. We just feed off of each other, whether that's like when we're training or just in general. Like we act like we're sisters. Like just I don't know, it's just really fun to be able to be around her for even longer. Just because I only really got to have 2 seasons with her here at Xavier.
So you went from not knowing you're going to play for Indy 11 to scoring for them in the postseason. When you think back or watch that goal, like, do you watch it on repeat, or what comes to mind when you watch that or think of it?
Honestly, in the moment, I did not think I was going to score that. Like when I look, it's kind of funny because I'll look back at it and it like I honestly would have changed what I've done. Like I'm not sure if I would then I might have tried to cut it back just to get a little bit better an angle. But a goal's a goal. I'll take it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really that was also like really cool experience being there in that at that game with that's the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of. Like the fact that we were playing on that Minnesota. Sorry, my
No, you're good. I lost you
phone
there for a second.
there. Yeah, my phone was at 20%. But yeah, that was just really cool experience.
I guess so. We have obviously W League tryouts coming up the 19th and 20th of December. The story we're trying to tell people is Maddie Williams came from tryouts last year, so tryouts work and they're there for anybody that wants to come and play. I guess what would your message be to anybody who's kind of like on the fence, not knowing if they should come?
I would say definitely come. Like it in the end, like it may not work out, but like why not just go give it a try? And then in the end, like you just get to go train with really good people, like good players. It's just I don't see like why there wouldn't be a reason to go.
Okay, so we talked about all your Indy 11 stuff. Let's talk about your Xavier season because it was another good one. You come off a year where you were Big East Freshman of the Year. What was kind of your expectations and your thoughts, I guess, going into the season?
Going into season, like I had a feeling that we could be good again, but it just kind of had to take. Some of my teammates are commenting.
Good, we got them here.
um, but yeah, like I knew that we could be good. It just would take, another year of investing and everything. And I think it was cool to see how this season played out. Like maybe we had some like ups and downs throughout the season, but to go back to another NCAA tournament and get to the second round again was really cool.
What was it like? I mean, I guess you have a taste just for scoring in big games, I guess. When you scored against Virginia, what was that feeling?
That was ridiculous. I was hoping it would, make us score some more goals, but it happens. But yeah, I get that's what everyone's been saying with the only scoring big moments or like big games. But I'll take it.
Yeah, there's no problem with it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What was it like, I guess, when you went back and played with Molly back at college and got to play with her for one last year at Xavier?
I mean, just awesome. Like we just have such a good relationship in the midfield, and definitely going to be different without having her in there, but kind of is what it is. I wish her the best of luck with everything that she does. Hopefully she can get drafted. That'd be so awesome to see. I'm really excited for her in that aspect.
So you score in big games. She scores crazy goals.
Yeah.
There's you can't even pick out one of the ones that she scored from 40 plus yards out. But what's going through your mind when you're watching that ball in the air usually?
I mean, I don't know. Those two, the first one was St. John's and the second one Tennessee. Like, she can hit the crap out of the ball. So, I mean, I'm not surprised in the end that they went in, but in the moment, I'm just like, why not? Like, why not take the shot? Why not just test the keeper? And in both instances, goal. So,
if you can hit that far and if it works, right?
oh, for sure.
So that first round game you mentioned against Tennessee, you got to play an Indy 11 teammate, Jenna Chatterton.
Yeah.
Just seeing her and going up against her team, what was that like?
That was pretty cool. It's really cool that over the summer I just got to make a lot of connections with people, and like getting to play like against Jenna was like really cool, and it's awesome just getting to make more and more relationships like as I go, and hopefully if again for next summer, like that would be awesome if make some more relationships, some more friends.
So are you planning to come back in the summer? Is that the I guess the tentative plan now?
Yeah, that is. I'm very
so Indy 11 fans, you can plan on seeing Ella again unless something crazy happens. So I guess the last year you get to the playoffs and lose to the team that almost won it all. I guess. Yeah. So what in your mind? Way too early expectations, but what are the expectations and goals once the summer rolls back around?
I mean, to get back in the same spot, win our conference again, and then you never know what can happen in postseason, I guess what you call it. But I assume, like, I trust what Polly will bring in just as good as players, maybe better. So I'm super excited to see the talent that we're gonna have, and I think that we can make the exact same run and go even further.
Now, did you know Polly beforehand, or did you just meet him last year?
I just met him. I talked to him Molly gave me his number, and I called him over break, and there you go. I had played against a team that he was coaching. Like when he was coaching for Fire, I was playing like for Ohio Premier. So like I played against his team, but I had never spoken to him before.
Who won?
Um, we played twice. I'm pretty sure he got the best of our team both times. We had a lot of injuries my senior year. I'm just gonna admit that.
Yeah, no, it's a good excuse. Good excuse. So I guess for those that don't know him and don't get to play for him, what's Paulie like as a coach?
Great coach. I think like he really lets you figure things out on your own. Like he'll give you like the coaching points and like some tips, but like what's really awesome about the summer is that he's not trying to change the way like our habits and everything, because we all come from different colleges and everything and different programs, different tactics, techniques, everything. That it's really cool that he gives you like a little piece of advice, but kind of lets you figure it out on your own, because he doesn't want to take away like the personality of that player, you know. So I really liked that over the summer.
Yeah. So I know you were obviously wrapped up in playing when you were still in the tournament, but once you were out, did you watch any of your Indy 11 teammates play at Notre Dame, BYU, anywhere else?
Oh yeah, I was watching all their games. Really cool to see Z in there, just since I lived with her this summer too.
She was at
But
the farm?
yeah, she at the farm, and Rachel was killing it out at BYU. So yeah, it was really cool.
Now, did you watch the final last night too?
Yeah, I did. Crazy final.
Thoughts? Yeah. Yeah. What were your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to upset any North Carolina fans, but like, I don't know. Like, same thing happens in the semifinal when you're up 3 and then you give up 2, and then I don't know, it just happens again. But yeah, crazy by UCLA. I mean, that was another player like Quincy McMahon was who we played against. Like Paulie coached her like when we lost for Ohio Premier. So, you know, one I'll have to accept there. You know, she's a national champion now. So,
Well, yeah, that's fair. That makes sure she's even better now.
yeah, pretty sure like my senior year at OP, I was an outside forward. So I was actually in a 1v1 with Quincy the entire game. So
How was that?
that's it's interesting. I'm not sure I ever really got the best of her, but you know, that's okay.
But again, now she's a national champion, so it's a lot more okay.
Yeah. Great player.
Yeah, so going in a different direction now. So just we're leaving soccer behind. We're getting some quick fire, just personal questions. Do you have Spotify?
I do have Spotify.
Who was at the top? Who's the top 3 for Spotify Wrapped for the year?
Number 1 was Noah Kahn. Actually, fun fact about that one, my teammate Addie Chester showed me him at our very last game when we lost, actually. But so shout out to her, because now I'm obsessed with his music. And then number 2 was Zach Bryan, and I believe 3 was Luke Combs.
Okay. So that's funny because someone put me on to Noah Kahn about 3 weeks ago, and I have not. I've just been playing all his stuff on loop, especially Homesick and Stick Season. Those are the 2.
Stick Season was my number 1 played song, and
really?
I learned about him, or Addie showed me to him what that had been like end of July-ish, and he already became my number 1 artist, and Stick Season was my top song. So
it only took 3 months of the year for that to happen?
Yeah, I like actually obsessed with him.
Well, I can relate because it's happened recently for me too. He just didn't get on there because I've only played it in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But maybe next year I'll be that way too.
Yeah.
If you're a late night, studying or something, what's the go-to snack or meal?
I'm really into fruit. Like I'm obsessed with fruit. Like anyone who's on here that I'm friends with would know that. So I would definitely say fruit, and then just some good old water out of my trusty Gatorade bottle.
Keep that close all the time.
Oh yeah.
Stay hydrated. Good. Sure. So I went to Michigan State, and one of the biggest arguments we always had was where's the best calf on campus. So for Xavier people, what's the best calf on campus?
Well, since our school is kind of small, we only have one.
Okay. So that makes it easier.
I would say that would be the best one, I guess.
Do they have themed nights? What's the best meal there?
They have like their pasta section's really good. yeah, big fan of it.
Okay. So obviously your Spotify top 3 wasn't exactly hype music. Do you play anything different to get hyped up for a game?
No, I can listen to Noah Khan before
Okay.
the game 100%. Like stick season really gets me hyped. So, or I can even listen to like Zach Bryan, Luke Combs, like any of their country music, and I'm still ready to play.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Um, so what is your go-to fast food spot?
Probably Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Nice. So this is one that we asked to the men's first team this year. Are
Mhm.
you a taco tilter or a head tilter when you're eating a taco?
Oh, wow. I've never thought about that. Honestly, I think I'm tilting my head so the stuff doesn't fall out of the taco.
Okay. Yep. Well, and also, do you go to a hard shell or soft shell?
Soft and corn. It's got to be corn.
Okay, fair. Sticking on the topic of food, when you were here in Indy in the summer, what was your favorite spot that you found that's like not like a chain, something that's like local?
Um, Probably a place called For Real. So my house got hooked on eating pho, and so we would go like at least once a week once we knew that we all liked it, but probably like twice a week we'd all go get it. It's so good.
Where is that?
I think For Real is like I don't even know. That's honestly a great question. It's
Directions are hard when you're only here for 3 months and you're
yeah,
not too familiar
like
with it.
20 minutes from Westfield, probably from like where we lived. I want to say like more towards like downtown, like Fishers, but like oh, BK knows 96 in College. There,
Okay, there it is. That's where it is.
I was gonna say I honestly have no clue, but BK did. He was the inspiration on For Real. He told us to go there.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, BK. Then that's big time. Okay, so as a midfielder, would you rather have a goal or an assist?
I'll take either of them. Is this just like in general? Like,
Yeah, no, just in general. We know
uh,
what the answer is if it's a big game, but if it's not a big game, if it's just in general.
I think in any situation, I think I'd rather have a goal, but like I'd love to have an assist too. I think I had more assists this year in like Xavier than I did goals, so works
There
for
you
me.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What is your favorite weather to play in?
I like a good like 75 and maybe sunny. I'm weird. I like it when it's like hot outside.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not usually the answer. Usually it's like in the 60s or it's like raining or something.
Yeah, no, like that's why this summer like playing was so much fun just cuz we play even if we were indoor like when we were at home, like when we'd be away, like it was always pretty hot out when we played and that's where I thrive.
Okay, nice. This is kind of a two-parter. What was the best away ground stadium venue, and which was the best trip? Because those are a little bit similar but kind of different.
Like Xavier or India.
Let's do Indy 11.
The best place like where we played would definitely be like the Minnesota Vikings training center, like
Okay.
for that last game. And then on that trip too was so much fun because that was the only one we actually stayed for. Because all the other we'd just like take a bus and then when the game was over, we'd come on back to Indy.
Get back as soon as you can. How about Xavier?
The best like the best field we played on was easily Tennessee, and the environment was really cool there. And then probably our trip to Maryland. I went for the Big East. I will like we did end up losing our last game to Georgetown, but the winning that first game against St. John's was really cool, and like getting to stay there for an extended amount of time was just like it was really fun.
Good, good. Those are awesome places. I think that might be it. Did I forget anything? Anything else that you want to just get out there in the public?
I don't think so. I can't think of anything.
Okay, well, perfect. Well, this was great. Thank you so much again, Ella. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that everyone that tuned in was glad to hear from a women's team member for the first time in a long time, because it's been a little bit. Paulie doesn't count.
Yeah.
Paulie doesn't count. He's just the coach. But the last thing, do you want to nominate somebody to come on next week? Every teammate from the summer.
I think we should make Addie Chester come on here.
Okay. Well, we'll ask Addie and see if she's available and try to get her on next week. So, Indy 11 fans, you guys can look forward to someone else coming on again next Tuesday, hopefully. So, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and again, thank you, Ella. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Good luck on finals and everything in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. Well, good luck. All right. See you, everybody.